Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 parenting mistakes that I made I do not want you to make. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious. If this is your first time, I hope you are well. As a mom of 4, I knew that the way I was going with my parenting style, it wasn't helping. I need to change something. And the good thing is that every time I am yearning for a change, I'm asking for something, I'm wanting to change something, God always takes me to a place where I'm going to make this change. I knew that I need to change something. I knew that I didn't want to parent my kids the way I was parented. Even if my parents did an amazing job, there were things that I felt that I wouldn't want to pull across, or I wouldn't want to transfer to my kids. But unfortunately, the thing about this thing is that when you have this inside of you, you don't just say, I am not going to do it. It's something that just manifests itself until you intentionally unlearn and begin to learn new things. You find yourself doing the things that your parents did to you that you did not like to your kids. And this is why I am here to share. I am here to tell you the mistakes that I have made that I wouldn't want you to make. Without further ado, let's get talking. But before we start this video, I want to share today's scripture. Today's scripture is in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. It says, start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn away from it. This is why I'm making this video. So let's get talking. These are mistakes that I made that I have completely done a 360-degree change from. I have unlearned a lot of things. I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of things that I've been doing as a parent. One of the things that I knew I needed to do, like I said earlier, was I needed to change some things. And I knew that I couldn't just change it by just praying, Father, change me. I needed to change something, which was my mindset. And that requires a lot of unlearning and a lot of learning new things. So I started a parenting course. This parenting course has actually changed a lot of me. Just a couple of weeks into it, a lot of things has actually changed in my life. And I feel like it would be unfair for me to just carry on and not share with you the things that I have learned. But I wanted to start by sharing with you the mistakes that I've made. Some of you may see this as, it's not mistakes, they're just normal things. But from what I understand and what I know as a parent, these are mistakes that I've made. The first mistake I made was I thought that parenting was just all about my kids, right? I felt that, of course, I'm a parent. What makes you a parent is having kids, isn't it? So the whole thing about parenting has to do with the kids. I did not know that parenting is more about me. Parenting is more how I behave, that my kids are looking at me and I'm modeling a good attitude to them. So I was thinking that it's all about the kids. The kids are the ones who need to be behave properly. The kids are the ones who need to act properly. The kids are the one who I need to teach to do this, to do that, without thinking that I actually need to be the person that my kids will look at and say, actually, if mom is asking us to do this, we can see that it's actually a good thing and they learn from it. Okay, so parenting for me, I have completely changed my mindset that is nothing to do with my kids. It has to do with me. If I want my kids to have control over themselves when they're angry, I have to teach them, I have to show them, I have to model to them how to regulate when I'm upset. If I want my kids to be kids that read, okay, I want them to be readers, they have to see me reading. They have to see that mommy reads as well. Mommy is making progress. Mommy is learning. Mommy is not just the way she is, right? So that's one of the mistakes I made, that I thought it was just about the kids. It's them. Let them learn. Let them go to the school. Let them come back with good grades. Let them be respectful. Let them speak nicely to me, and nothing to do with me. So that's a big mistake that I thank God that I have worked on. Another parenting mistake I made was my kids make me yell. If you know me, you would know that I'm someone who I can shout. Yes, especially when I'm stressed. Stress is one thing that triggers me yelling. And I have come to realize that it's stress. Before I used to think, oh, my kids are the ones that make me upset and I'm yelling. My kids are the ones that make me yell. No, there are so many things that make me yell and I just put it on the kids. So me yelling has nothing to do with the kids. Okay, kids are being kids. I have to learn to control myself. I have to learn to control my emotion. So my kids haven't made me yell. I'm yelling by myself because I choose to yell. My kids are my friend. I think when I heard about this, or when I learned about this, I had to think properly. As a parent, there is a role that I have as a parent. And that role of being a parent is not the same thing as being a friend. There are two distinct roles, a friend and a parent. In my learning, I learned that friendship is actually a tool you can use in your relationship as a parent. It's not a relationship that I should have with my child. Don't worry. I'm going to make a special video on this friendship something, but I just want to share with you the mistakes that I have made. If you have any question on this, let me know in the comment section. But it's a big mistake when you think that your kids are your friends. No, sis, your kids are not your friends. You are the mother to your kids and not the friend to your kids. Let your kids go out and make friends that are their age, friends that they can relate to, friends that they can tell things that they can't tell you as a mom. Let your kids have that privilege to make those friends, just like you have your own friends. If you don't go out and make friends, I have learned this. Even if I have my own friends, I always felt that, oh, my kids are my friends. My kids are my friends. But no. Now I understand that friendship is a tool I can use as a parent, but not a relationship. One of the mistakes I made was, if you choose to flog your child, that's okay. Now, where I live in the UK, you're not allowed to do that. But I was okay if a parent chooses to flog his child or chooses to discipline their child by flogging, which I now know that flogging is not a way of discipline. Flogging is punishment. Guys, my brain is popping with a lot of things I've learned. So I wasn't different about it. I was like, that's what they want to do to their kids. So, but now, when I see a parent, in fact, I don't think I can even see around where I live, but when I see on social media a parent flogging their child, it does something to me. It does something to me. And this is one of the mistakes I have made, where I don't speak up, I don't say anything. I just feel like it's their choice. Children need to be disciplined anyway. Now I know better. And I honestly have changed that mindset of hitting a child. Now, one of the things as well that I need to mention is that if you're someone who was beaten, you were flogged when you were raised, then you need to know that you can't decide that you will not flog your child by just saying it with your mouth. It needs a mental rewiring. If you were flogged as a child, there's a tendency that you're going to flog your child. Something needs to change, not just words of mouth or just, oh, I'm not going to flog. Something has to change in your rewiring, okay? Something has to change for you to be able to keep that. Because a lot of us that said, oh, we're not going to shout, we're not going to do this to our children, we found ourselves doing it. We couldn't help ourselves. So if you find yourself that you're flogging your child and you really don't want to flog your child, just know that you need help more than just talking about it. Okay, you need help. Chat me up and we can do proper talking about flogging. Another mistake I made was that children need information. Oh my God, I was the founder of this mistake. In fact, I was carrying it on my head. Yes, a lot of you say, of course, you need to let your child know, you need to inform your child. The world that we live in right now, children get information from everywhere. Literally everywhere. They don't need you to give them information, right? It's a big mistake if all you do for your child is tell them, oh, do this, oh, do that. Just be giving them, bombarding them with information. That's not what children of this day need. And that's why when we start talking, they switch off. Do you know what they need? They need wisdom. Children need wisdom. And how can you give your child wisdom when you don't have one yourself? I find out that I needed wisdom and I started searching for wisdom. And now I am in it. I'm learning, I'm unlearning, I'm relearning. There's so many things that I'm doing about this whole parenting. For me to give my kids the wisdom that they need, I need to have wisdom myself. So if all you do is give your children information about this and about that, they'll get to a point where you become a drum. They'll just stop listening to you. So the mistake that I made was just giving my children a lot of information and not giving them wisdom. Another mistake I made was that I always felt that my children misbehave because they want to get me upset. They want to whine me, and that's the reason they misbehave. I have come to understand that my children misbehave because they are children. My children would not intentionally upset me. I was having a conversation with my son Mark the other day, and I said to him, I said, do you know that what you do sometimes upsets me? He said, no. I said, it does upset me. He said, oh, he's really sorry if he did upset me. I felt so guilty by that, just that few minutes conversation I had with Mark, because he made me understand that this boy is actually not trying to upset me. And he felt so bad that I felt bad that he was upsetting me. I just saw it clearly that he wasn't trying to upset me. The next time you see your child misbehaving, two things I'm going to say. Number one is they're seeking attention. They want attention, because children will seek attention any way, any form. Number two, they lack the skill to deal with that problem. If they have the skill to deal with that problem and they are not dealing with that problem, that means they need your attention. These are the two things that rings in my head every single time my child is misbehaving. They either lack the skill to deal with that problem, or they need my attention. And your child will never want to hurt you. Another mistake I made, I am so guilty of this one, is setting unrealistic expectations for my kids. This one I've been asking God to forgive me, because I am someone who is, my standard is quite high, and sometimes I forget that my children are children. I made this mistake, and I'm so grateful to God for bringing this to my realization that now I can wake up in the morning and just see this stuff lying about. Their room don't have to be as up there as my bedroom, okay, because they are kids. I have come to bring my expectation. In fact, I don't have expectation for them. I have expectation for myself. The expectation they have is the one they put on themselves, which I have taught them, which I am teaching them. Okay, at this age, you should be doing this. At this age, you should be doing this. And to be honest, my kids, I am so blessed. People that are around me, people that know me, know that I am blessed. My kids are blessings from God. In fact, my kids are over beyond the way they are supposed to behave as kids. They supersedes the expectation that we are supposed to put on them for their age. But because of my craziness and all of that, I put an unrealistic expectation for my kids. So these are the 7 mistakes that I made. If any of these mistakes that I've mentioned, you are making it or you have made it, it's okay for you to you've made a mistake. You now know, right, that you made a mistake. Don't just stop there. You need to change. You need to change something. The kids are not changing, right? You are the one who need to change something. And by the time you change something, you begin to see that they begin to adjust to the changes that you've made. Do you have any question? On the comment section, just let me know. Are you experiencing any of this and you feel like, oh God, I need to change, I need to do something about it? You find yourself going back to the things that you say you don't want to do. Please chat me up on the comment section, or reach out to me via email or via Instagram. I will respond to you. I will tell you the things that I did that made me all of these mistakes I have made. I have completely done a 360 degrees of this. I'm a different and a complete person. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please press the subscribe button, like the video, engage with the video, and there are so many other videos I would like you to watch as well at the end of this video, which is going to be on the screen. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Bye.